Once upon a time, there was a castle. This castle wasn't in Germany or Italy, it was in the Piedmont of North Carolina. This castle stood on what used to be tribal lands. The castle hadn't been built by a king, it had been built by an artist, and that artist built his castle mostly by himself, by hand. After several years working on it, he abandoned his project, leaving the unfinished castle to the elements. After over 10 years, the artist returned to his castle to find it in disarray. This story is about the artist's return to his unfinished project. It's the story of Castle Mont Rouge and its creator, Robert Mihaly. It all started in the year 2000 when Mihaly purchased land on the top of Red Mountain in Rougemont. He worked on it up until 2006. During this time, he even lived in the castle for a while. And then, one day, he walked away. The unfinished castle sat abandoned for over a decade, and it was during this time that the word really got out. What started as spectators coming to peek at the odd little castle gradually became a little more intense. People wanted to do photo shoots there, even music videos, mostly goth or metal. People wanted to hang out there, and this turned into vandalism. Windows were broken out and spray paint appeared on all the walls. The site is closed off to the public today, available only by appointment. This is what I knew, or thought I knew, as I was going to meet Robert Mihaly at his castle. I wasn't sure what to expect when he backed his pickup truck down the drive. What I found was this: a smiling, laughing, surprisingly easy-going guy. At this point, you may be wondering why Robert Mihaly would abandon his castle for almost 12 years.
I've always been an artist, and when you're a creative person, you have projects and you put some projects to the side, and ideally you have a big enough closet to put them in so people don't have to look at your messes. But I couldn't do that, so it just sat there attracting all sorts of strange madness. And the funny thing is, in its abandoned ruins period, it attracts like darkness. So like the 5 music videos are all dark. There's death, there's whatever. So people will call me like a band from Florida. We want to come there and do a music video at your castle, man. I'm like, it looks like a post-apocalyptic, horrible nightmare, landfill, rotting mess. And they're like, perfect, exactly what we're looking for.
So what was it that brought Robert back to this post-apocalyptic, rotting mess?
I think it might have been partly my children, who are now 12 and 14. They were more like little children, and I started thinking, what kind of failure am I if I don't finish a castle for my children? So now they're rapidly moving through childhood, on the far end of childhood. And so my daughter, who turns 16 in like about 19 months, got to get it done by then. I have to get her this wonderful Sweet 16 party, which she doesn't even so much care about maybe, but I do. So I'm working on the plans for it, and that brings me out here.
And how does Robert feel about all the attention his castle has received?
I mean, the truth is, I would just as soon not really be talking about it, because, when you're working on a project, you're working on a piece of art, and you're like, I'm going to write the best symphony ever. And someone's coming and saying, oh, could you explain what you're doing and all? And it's like, no. I really want you to come back in a year when I'm done. I just want to focus on my symphony. Some people say you'll lose your head of steam and all if you talk about it. And it's not even so much that, it's just, I'm not exactly perfectly sure where it'll go. I mean, I have very definite plans, and then, I had plans in the past. I thought that it would have been complete for the last decade. And so, I certainly hope I make my 2023 deadline, and I certainly have proven myself to be a complete failure at making deadlines. So we'll see.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to my unexplainable adventures. Today we are exploring the abandoned castle. This is going to be epic. Guys, I'm so glad you are here experiencing this with us today. This is going to be my first castle that I'm bringing to you on this unexplainable channel. We're going to get in there and we're going to explore it today, right now, right here on Channy's Unexplainable Adventures. Let's get exploring. Let's do it. Okay, so me and Nobs are so excited right now because, well, one, we only thought we was going to be able to get pictures from the outside, but the guy that owns it, he's inside now working, and he was like, yeah, sure, come on into the castle, come and take a look. We've just been told that Robert, the man that owns this building, is building it for his 16-year-old daughter for her 16th birthday. He's making her a castle, and for an extra special treat for her sweet 16, he has also had a Cinderella carriage made for her to bring her down the road to her beautiful castle.
Epic.
I'm gonna ask him if he will adopt me.
Yeah, he's my new daddy.
But this is amazing, guys. This is so cool. And we're gonna take you inside. We're gonna go up the twisty stairs all the way to the top turret as well. This is so cool, guys. You're coming with us. Let's get on in there. I was just speaking with Robert, and he's just told me that there is 46 windows, these beautiful castle windows. 46 of them are in here, and every single window is going to be stained glass. 46 stained glass windows are going in this castle. This is going to be amazing. He also said as well, hopefully by the time he gets finished and everything, for his daughter's sweet 16, he had made an 8-foot crystal chandelier.
That's awesome.
To hang all the way down from the stairs. How amazing. How amazing is that? Guys, this is mental. There's going to be a window there and there. There's windows literally everywhere. 46 of them, and they're all going to be stained glass. Wow. So we're on the first floor. This is where the chandelier is going to be. It's going to be hanging from the ceiling and then down there. He's also just shown me some carvings that he's working on that's going to go along the edges of the ceiling as well. Hand carved. Right, so this is the last room. We're going to go on up to the next floor. Okay, here we go. So that's up to the next level. It's so big. Okay guys, You're gonna go up another level. New trap house.
This could be our fucking house.
Right? Little stairway here. Oh. Whoops. And the roof, it's all tin. Wow.
Shot like a film over the Halloween weekend, last Halloween here.
Wow.
It was one of their assorted props that I
love it.
For, so I threw it out.
So guys, if you see this, like he explained, it is a throne. And there was a movie or two actually filmed here. Five? Okay,
Five
so
Well,
movies.
one complete and then like 4 more partial.
Yeah.
nice.
And then that's not even counting, I think 4 music videos. One that came all the way from
Jeez.
Florida.
Really?
And you brought like the Korean model and all this stuff.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of Maleficent.
Yes.
It's like you can see her sitting in this throne.
Definitely. Yeah, it was kind of a shame to throw it out here. But
So can't have it in the way while you're working.
I mean, you can always place it into the woods. That's what I would
I
do.
don't know how well it would.
I'd make a little fairy kingdom in the woods. Wow.
But they had it was much. The funny thing is, it was much bigger and more elaborate when they had like there were all these big vines coming off of it and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you be careful. He doesn't feel cool.
Here, let me get this out. You can't have a wheelbarrow next to him.
Yes.
Maybe you can. I don't know what it's that. What
King Nubs. Wow.
I like that. I mean,
back all the way.
you definitely don't look awkward sitting on that at all.
Not at all. This is how a king should look.
You do look like you was born to be king, Nubs.
Stick up your butt.
From hearing what you've been telling us about the plans that you're doing for your wonderful daughter, I just know it's going to be the most magical place that anyone has ever seen. And you're doing such a wonderful thing here too.
Oh, thank you. I've actually gotten a little bit impatient because, now, just doing drywall and stuff, these boring steps, for me, it's preparing that canvas where I can really be creative with it. I'm done with the damn canvas.
Right.
So what is the proposals after your daughter's sweet 16th birthday?
A number of people have asked me about weddings. I mean, people, and that, it's like for years, people contact me, they're like, are you going to be done by August 4th? Or what state will be in? Can I have a wedding then? And so, we'll definitely do some of those. And really, I want to make a vineyard here.
Oh, wow.
And so after but that's still like maybe about 4 years out or something. I stuck those, I got 100 and some grapevines last year. And so you need to like kind of irrigate grapes a little bit and all, but I put them in the ground just to see, how well they would do on their own. And like none of them died, or maybe, there's just a couple percent that they expect even under ideal conditions. And they don't look like much, but I sent some to my sister's house, like 20 some miles away, and hers are in a fence, so the deer can't eat them.
Yeah.
And so hers were like 7 feet tall the first year. Mine, they just trim them off. They keep them trimmed a bit. But at least it told me, that the soil and all that's good for it. So when I finish the place, I'm gonna put in some acres of grapes for sure.
Oh, but up here, these little silhouettes you see, it's the gargoyles. Right up there. And those were handmade. This guy's a genius, guy. He's a genius.
These are gonna be Gothic Arch oak doors. I have doors inside actually.
Again, we really appreciate you letting us here today whilst you're working and you're busy. You're on a deadline as well, and now you got 5 crazies running around.
Just ruined my daughter's future. Like decades-long dream. It's all right.
you two.
Yeah.
There's a triangle shape over there, and this chapel door.
Yeah.
Like all the windows are like that across the back, but then now, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more traditional in my thinking and values and that kind of thing.
Oh, right, yeah, you see that on there.
Gothic Arches.
Yes, the Gothic Arches are just are beautiful.
And they're all, like in Gothic cathedrals, they're like 4 different kind of traditional geometries, the Gothic arches. Some are a little more pointed than others. And so I'm using all that kind of mathematics that were used in the cathedrals. And as you walk up the hill over there, there's a big pile of like all these slabs of, it looks like concrete or something, but it's Indiana limestone. That's the same thing that like the Biltmore and the National Cathedral and the Empire State Building are made out of.
Oh, wow.
And I'm gonna cut those around the doorways.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just the detail that you're putting into this place. You're really thinking about what's going into it. The marble walls, the slabs, everything, the stained glass windows. You're doing everything perfectly.
It's why that explains my schedule. That explains my progress.
Yeah.
And like in here, there's a little, there's this little window. It's like an interior window up there. I wish I could show you. I call this my little Juliet window because and underneath this, I'm carving marble corbels that are swans. There'll be like 4 swan marble corbels and little white marble Corinthian columns around. Like it's just be like a little balcony. There'll be a little bit of wrought iron in that balcony too. Oh. You're like, he just keeps saying all this BS, but it's true. No. You come back and you're gonna see it.
Oh my goodness.
I'll show you guys what I showed Chantel. These aren't even the best examples of it, but these are, so I'll finish it'll be like substantially pretty much finished by our party next year. And then I'm gonna spend like a year and I'm gonna carve all my ceilings.
Oh, wow.
They're gonna be carved and painted with the whole narrative, like in a cathedral really. There's gonna be every square inch of every ceiling. It's gonna be carved and painted.
I mean, like, how long did it take you just to carve them?
I'm quick at art.
Oh, it's nothing. It's like drawing a picture.
He is making my turtle castle. It's official.
Guys, so we are going to end this video off shortly, but we're going to take a quick walk around the side first of all. I can't believe this place. Nubs, like when he was saying, he was like, oh, well, it was just a forest.
Yeah.
So I decided to flatten it
Yeah.
and build a castle.
I never had a sweet 16th birthday party, so my next birthday party is gonna be my sweet 16th.
And you should have it here at the castle.
Oh my God, can I dress like a princess?
Yes, you can. Yes. And he's so down for us to come back and take another look when it's finished. Open invitation from him. Like, what a nice man. What a nice man. See, guys, instead of breaking into places, call people.
Try to get in touch with people because
We called last night and he told us to come back in the morning because it was quite late when we was here on the live stream. So he said, by all means, I'm working tomorrow, so come on down. And we said to him, look, there's going to be 5 of us. He was like, bring as many as you want.
and they are working right now and they had time to sit there and talk to us.
Yes.
And it's awesome. They're really nice
Absolutely. So yeah, instead of breaking into places and, you know, breaking the law, just take a minute to try and find who owns the property. Give them a call. The worst thing that can happen is for them to say no. And that's fine. You find somewhere else. We made that call and we got to explore this beautiful castle. It's a bomb.
It's actually, guys, an ancient submarine.
Ooh.
It could very well be.
It's the battleship North Carolina.
The SS.
The SS.
Wow, guys. And do you know what's even better? Is that we're all here experiencing this together.